Good morning. Yes. My name is Maura Bailson, and I'm the Director of Strategic Communications and Community Engagement, and I am honored and pleased to welcome you to Penn State Abington Fall Commencement. Just a couple of notes before we get started. Out of respect for our graduating students, please refrain from unnecessary conversation. Please turn off or mute all electronic devices. You will have plenty of opportunities to take photos of your graduates, and we ask that photographers only on the mezzanine floor and the floor up front so that everyone can see. At this time, I ask that you clear all aisles, find your seat, and rise for the processional. Thank you.
Good morning. Please remain standing for the national anthem, performed by members of the Penn State Abington choirs. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduating seniors, faculty, staff, students, and honored guests. I am Damian Fernandez, Chancellor of Penn State Abington, and I would like to welcome you to the Fall-Summer 2018 Commencement. Before we begin, I will introduce the individuals sharing the stage with me this morning. Please rise briefly as I call your name. The Reverend Dr. Lorena Marshall Blake, President of the Independence Blue Cross Foundation and our keynote speaker. Kevin Steele, Trustee of the Penn State Board of Trustees and District Attorney for Montgomery County. The Honorable Madeleine Dean, Congresswoman-elect for Pennsylvania's 4th District. Dane Sunofsky, President, the Penn State Abington Alumni Society Board. Dr. Andrew Gregory August, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Gina Marie Kaufman, Director of Student Affairs. The faculty marshal role is an esteemed privilege. The role of the faculty marshal during commencement is not only to lead our faculty into the ceremony, but also to set the tone and decorum for our graduates on the day of commencement. The position is symbolic of our faculty's involvement in shaping students' lives. Will Dr. Christine Cruson please rise? Dr. Cruson, our graduation marshal, is chair of the Abington College Faculty Senate. Will our faculty marshals please rise? Dr. Frederica Baer, interim division head for Arts and Humanities. Dr. Safar Hattahead, division head for Science and Engineering. And Dr. David Ruth, interim division head for Social Sciences. Thank you. Will Matthew Shetler and Christine Wolfgang please rise? These graduates, our summer-fall 2018 student marshals, led the student processional this morning. The student marshal designation is considered an honor by the university in recognition of their academic achievement. You may be seated. Now, please welcome Mr. Kevin Steele for our opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Here we are, gathered together for graduation, 4 or so years after each of you stood at what our alma mater so beautifully calls Childhood's Gate. When you arrived on campus, you stood at Childhood's Gate. And now, after 4 years of classes, studying, doing community service, studying abroad, and working at an internship, you have been shaped and molded and forever changed by your Penn State days. Think back to the first day. When you set foot on this campus, and congratulate yourselves on how far you have come during that period of time. I'll get some applause for that. And I'm sure that's because your parents and loved ones have recognized how far you have come. And as you stand on the precipice of a new life as a Penn State alum, I'll give you just one piece of advice. And that's to always do the right thing. The big things and the little things will take care of themselves if you always do the right thing. And sometimes doing the right thing is easy, and sometimes doing the right thing is more than difficult. And it'll take the courage of a lion, a Nittany lion. And that's the path that you need to take. Do the right thing, and forever you will be a shining credit on yourself, on your family, and on our beloved university. So it's my great pleasure at this point to ask Chancellor Fernandez, the most interesting man in the world, by virtue of the authority vested in and approved by the Board of Trustees of the Pennsylvania State University, I authorize you, as a designee of the President, to confer on each of these candidates the degree earned as certified by the appropriate college faculty and dean. Dr. Fernandez.
Please do not take him at his word. Thank you, Kevin. Members of the class of 2018, although this is a day to celebrate your accomplishments, let us begin by thanking those who have supported you along the way. With the class of 2018, please stand. Turn and face the audience and join me in recognizing those who provided support and encouragement. Now, please turn towards the section where the faculty is seated, left and right, including our Director of Student Affairs. These individuals are celebrating your success. Please join me in thanking them. Thank you. You may be seated. When you joined Penn State Abington, we became partners in your success. As you leave the college today, I want you to still consider us partners for life. We will be here to support, guide, and encourage you throughout your lives. Dear class of 2018, I would like to share with you an experience I had several months ago. On a chilly but sunny Sunday in March, during a visit to the nation's capital, I strolled to the National Portrait Gallery. I had not visited before, but I'm glad I did. I admit that on that Sunday, despite the sunshine, I was gloomy, troubled by the incessant bickering and fragmentation and polarization and incivility across our nation. a low-intensity violence inflicted upon all of us, and which all too often we inflict on each other. So I skipped part of the conference I was supposed to be attending, not a good thing, and I walked several blocks to the museum. Up its immense stairs, through the heavy doors, I turned right to the first room, where I was greeted by the following quote on the wall: "These are times that try men's souls." Thomas Paine, December 23rd, 1776. The National Portrait Gallery is a who's who of American history, a secular pantheon of heroes, and yes, some villains, and everything in between, depending on who, how, and when one judges. But at the end, human all Americans. Who decides? Who curates? Who belongs and who doesn't in the nation's portraiture in our national community? On that Sunday, I found a testament to the greatness of America, a greatness based on inclusion, not exclusion, the splendor of differences and similarities that is our nation. I encountered old familiar faces, George Washington, of course, crossing the Potomac, and recent ones, Barack and Michelle Obama. Others not familiar to me, the unexpected characters of our colorful, textured, multi-dimensional national collage, with its frayed edges and clashing patterns, more cubist quilt, that fine woven blanket. Faces, bodies, stories from across time and space, covering the wondrous spectrum of our real American experience, all under one graceful roof. Generals and Jerry Seinfeld, scientists, Scientologists, singers, champions and Charles Chaplin, slaves and sons and daughters of slaves next to slave owners, actors like Ira Aldridge, a black man renowned for his Shakespearean roles in the 1820s and 1830s, activists like Susan B. Anthony, who led the movement to get women the right to vote, and Cesar Chavez, who organized migrant workers so they too would earn wages to afford a decent life. Civil rights marchers and men donning white sheets marching by. The evangelist Billy Graham, not too far from Jor Lyle, an early founder of the independent black churches, sharing a wall with one of the first Muslims in the US colonies. And close by, Mary Baker Eddy. Daredevils, divas, and dancers, entrepreneurs, engineers, and entertainers, philosophers, physicists, and physicians. Notice the alliteration, please. Real-life characters, some who at times have been scorned during their lifetimes. The intellectual Gertrude Stein, without her beloved Alice B. Toklas, but the beat poet Allen Ginsberg with his beloved Peter Orlovsky, within the same frame. And in the same room, John Wayne and Sylvester Stallone. Many, like me, were not born here, but call this nation home. Helena Rubinstein, the cosmetics tycoon, born in Poland. Susie Wong, actress, producer, AIDS activist, born in Hong Kong. The Puerto Rican leader, Luis Muñoz Marin. The Cuban-American artist, Ana Mendieta, who would lay her body on the ground to connect to her mother island, but died on the hard cement of Manhattan, another island. All coexisting in dignity and harmony in one shared space, in reciprocal recognition that each made a mark on who we are, each embodying his or her personal story, while contributing to narrate with multiple voices in multiple hues our collective story. I admit that I was as fascinated by what was contained within the frames as what laid outside them. The spaces in between the portraits, the distance, the closeness, the blank in-betweenness, that which both separates and connects us all, an unspoken but essential background that brings us together in our National Gallery. That backdrop is shared space, our basic American values. That opportunity should be available to all, that talent and merit come in all sizes and shapes and color and genders, that hard work should pay off, that we all have the right to express our humanity in ways that are authentic to each, that we all have the right to advocate for our passion and contribute to the greater good, and that we all should be respected and afforded our rights. On that Sunday, as I approached the portraits on the walls, getting close to them as if they were friends, to look into their eyes, to understand what stories their faces told. Reading the text that accompanied each picture, I realized that we are all a living National Gallery, that we share one space and time, that Abington is part of our shared story and will always be. May what you learned here carry you forth to contribute in small and big ways to making our national story better. Make your mark an edifying one. So today, when I look at you, I see your faces. I hear your stories, from near and far, inspiring all. I envision the future of the nation's gallery. Do not forget that despite our differences, despite the space in between us, we share one common humanity and a core of national values that connect us all, ideals that if we embrace will serve us well. The greatness of America is the promise that those ideals will redeem us all, even during times that try our souls. And Abington class of 2018, as you leave, and I bid you farewell, I do so with a word from my former homeland, a word resonant with our African roots and our unconquerable tropical joy, a blessing for good fortune as you go on your way. Ache. Ache, class of 2018. And talking about, thank you. And talking about blessings, it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, the Reverend Dr. Lorena Marshall Blake, President of Independence Blue Cross Foundation and Vice President of Community Affairs at Independence Blue Cross. Under Dr. Marshall Blake's leadership, the $60 million Independence Blue Cross Foundation has established itself as a local philanthropic force. She has been honored for her leadership and community service and her style by organizations as diverse as the NAACP and the United Way of Southeastern Pennsylvania. Welcome, Dr. Marshall Blake.
Thank you so much. Good morning, graduates. You should answer me. Good morning. When I was looking at my notes this morning, I thought about when I had graduated, and I remembered the speaker had come from one of my favorite books, and some folks may know it. It's the one by Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You Will Go. And the beginning, it said, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, up, up, and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes, and you will pick the direction you choose. So I welcome all of you to one of the most exciting days of your life. Today, we're going to talk about how you can make the most of your education as we celebrate how much you have achieved already. First, allow me to thank your Chancellor, Dr. Fernandez, and your trustees for their leadership. Thanks to, again, your outstanding faculty, and yes, thanks to your loving and supportive families. And I think they deserve another round of applause right now. And yes, to you, our esteemed graduates. I know I'm not the first, but I'm going to do it again. I commend you for dedicating this time of your life to fulfilling your potential. You won't regret it. As president of the Independence Blue Cross Foundation, I am very familiar with the merit of Penn State Abington students, especially those of you studying nursing. Since 2017, we have awarded scholarships to Penn State Abington nursing students through our Nurses for Tomorrow program, and we could not be more proud. Penn State Abington, as already been said, is a diverse campus representing all walks of life. And today, we have a diverse group of graduates with a diverse set of skills. But there is something you all have in common. What is that? I'm so glad you asked me. It is the chance to apply your new skills and knowledge to pursue a calling. And when I talk about calling, it's what your personal in your life that makes a difference for you, that builds meaning for you, that you can look back on in your later years to see the impact you made on the world. A calling is something you have to listen for. You don't hear it once and then immediately recognize it. You've got to attune yourself to the days ahead and as you move forward. So when I talk about a calling, it's a chance to apply your new skills and knowledge to this calling. To always, and what the DA said it, to always do the right thing, and we did not see one another's notes, to make things better for others and to unite people. Maya Angelou once said, if you find in your heart to care for somebody else, you will have succeeded. If you haven't found your calling yet, keep searching, it's there. There are 3 values I believe are crucial to pursuing your calling: leadership, community, and courage. Let's talk specifically when we talk about leadership, servant leadership. With the education you've received, you have the opportunity to lead, but you also have the obligation to serve. Marion Wright Edelman wrote, "Service is the rent we pay for being here, and the rent is due. It is the very purpose of life and not something you do in your spare time." Genuine leaders, authentic leaders, make things better for others, not just for themselves. Leadership brings out the best in others. In order to lead, you must serve. I encourage you as a leader to think of ways that you can serve today. This brings me to the second value, community. There are many problems, yes, that have already been outlined to solve in this world. No one person can do it alone. But you know who can solve those problems? All of us together. Martin Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And I'm going to ask everyone right now to just join hands and say, yes, we can do it together. Join hands. Yes, we can do it together. There you go. We can do it together. We can do it together. See, they know we're going to do that. So as much as you focus on your own achievements and responsibilities, focus on lifting up others. I'm sure you've heard the saying, all boats rise together, so we will be on the boat together. My final value is something I encourage you to practice every single day of your life: courage. Michelle Obama eloquently says, "Don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own." She spoke those words in a church in Soweto, South Africa, a place where people relied on courage to keep them going and ultimately to change the world they lived in. So if the world you're living in worries you, remember that you have the skills, you have the talent, and the dedication to change it. Let that be a source of courage. And when you find that courage, share it with everyone around you. I close with a story about a woman named Minnie Player, who contributed to a book called What Keeps Me Standing? Letters from African-American grandmothers on peace, hope, and understanding. Minnie wanted to be a nurse, but was reduced to mopping floors in a mental health hospital in Birmingham, Alabama in the 1950s. There, she befriended a white doctor who had been admitted after the end of his marriage. She challenged him every day to work on getting better. When he was finally able, he told Minnie that she was the biggest reason he was able to rebuild himself. In her letter, she wrote, "We are so conditioned to think that our lives revolve around great moments, but great moments often catch us off guard. You never know the power you possess to heal a human heart. Regardless where life may lead you, you've got a role to play. Never doubt your role and the power you have to make a difference. And remember, it's not what others say about you. It's what you believe about yourself. Measure your possibilities not according to what you see in yourself, but according to what the Lord sees in you. It's better to look ahead and prepare than to look back and regret. Go anywhere, provided it's forward. You are the promise. You are the pride. You are those who will change our world for the better. Now is your time. Take it on. And yes, never doubt your own role and the power, again, that you have to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marshall Blake, for your inspiring words, but beyond that, for your inspiring example. And now, with the authority designated to me by the President and the University and the Board of Trustees, I will confer on each graduate the degree earned, as certified by the appropriate college faculty and the University Senate. I call upon Dr. Andrew Gregory August to present the candidates for associate degrees.
Will the candidate for the associate degree please rise? Dr. Fernandez, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of associate granted by the Pennsylvania State University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of associate. Congratulations, you may move your tassels.
Kimya Williams, Business Administration. Audrey Moronis, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Joshua Marsh, Letters, Arts, and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? Dr. Fernandez, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts granted by the Pennsylvania State University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, you may move your tassels.
Matthew Shetler, Art. Denise Watkins, Psychological and Social Sciences. Eric Ankowitz, Corporate Communications. Anthony Tai, Finance. Morgan Connell, Corporate Communication. Jill Osborne, Psychological and Social Sciences. Dwayne Schwartz, Corporate Communication. Gio Bradley, English. Asia Treasure Weeks, English. Christian Patterson, English. John McLaughlin, Corporate Communication. Gavin Young, Corporate Communication. Paige Stengel, Corporate Communication. Heather Summers, Integrative Arts. Julie McDonald, English. Sean Murphy, History. Anthony Davis, Criminal Justice. Israel Flores, Criminal Justice. Stephanie Jara, Psychological and Social Sciences. Jacqueline Borms, Criminal Justice. Antoinette DeMonico, Psychological and Social Sciences. Monique Benvenuti, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Helen Kilmartin, Criminal Justice. Samantha Evans, Psychological and Social Sciences. Melanie Panada, Psychological and Social Sciences. Celeste Lauderdale Smith, Art. Grace Albert, Corporate Communication. Alexandra Taylor Sobeski, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Morgan Smith Murray, Corporate Communication. Julianne Meehan, Art. Gina Herrera, Art. Sarah Jennings, Art. Jessica Scholl, Art. Dara Florentin, Art. Hudson Marsh, Integrative Arts. Tori Collodi, Psychological and Social Sciences. Julia Cayola, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Megan Kelly, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Dorian Hatchell, Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Kathy Moiseau, Psychological and Social Sciences. Danielle Heidenreich, Psychological and Social Sciences. Monet Roberson, Corporate Communication. Taylor Miller, Psychological and Social Sciences. Emily Bonilla, Psychological and Social Sciences. Frank Weibel, History. Cricket Lennon, Corporate Communication. Alicia Rhodes, Psychological and Social Sciences. Alyssa Vadamarista, Psychological and Social Sciences. Sierra Williams, Corporate Communication. Natalie Kazra, Letters, Arts, and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Dr. Fernandez, I'm pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science granted by the Pennsylvania State University.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees of Bachelor of Science. You may now move your tassels. Congratulations.
Bachelor of Science candidates, you may now be seated until the faculty marshals invite you to come to the stage to receive your diplomas.
Megan Smith, Nursing. Anastasia Farber, Business. Patricia Caucci, Nursing. Nancy Boone, Nursing. Lindsay White, Nursing. Tuyen Turley, Business. Eric Strayline, Nursing. Ariane Kakani, Nursing. James Gadabush, Nursing. Andrew Oldradi, Nursing. Julia Delamonica, Nursing. Caroline Dormer, Nursing. Stephanie Garnett, Nursing. Anthony DeLuca, Nursing. Alexis Boyle, Nursing. Dana Diem Emilio, Nursing. Jessica Belmonte, Nursing. Rosalia Aden, Nursing. Christian Taylor, Nursing. Tiana Fluck, Nursing. Matthew Mangold, Nursing. Paula Ikimchik, Nursing. Faith Jaskell, Nursing. Erica Janik, Nursing. Amy Tyson, Nursing. Alicia Snyder, Nursing. Nicole Esteban, Nursing. Tylena Jones, Nursing. Onyinye Marshall, Nursing. Kelsey Renoff, Nursing. Reagan Rudolph, Nursing. Wendy Jetchi, Nursing. Rafiola Mamushi, Nursing. Jamila Brown, nursing. At Penn State Abington, we have a long-standing tradition. When the son or daughter of a faculty or staff member employed here graduates, we invite that parent to present the diploma on stage. Dan Muehlers, financial officer here at Penn State Abington, will present the diploma to his daughter, Caitlin Muehlers, nursing. Tammy Schellmeyer, nursing. Marissa Pachito, nursing. Brittany McGinley, nursing. Jacqueline McGinley, nursing. Anna Cerdas, nursing. Dana Bachman, nursing. Ryan Slatterly, nursing. Alexander Mariani, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Darlene Groban, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Shuaib Mahmood, Science. Joel Chaco, Science. Joshin Phillip, Science. Betsy Thomas, Science. Maria Karampil, Science. Tanya Thampi, Science. Raken Hunidi, Science. Adrian Priavolos, Science. Alexander Kogut, Science. Rimshah Ajmal, Science. Hina Malik, Science. Tiffany Daly, Science. Nicole Fox, Science. Tracy Kwakapor, Nursing. Nicholas Worrell, Science. Richard D'Amico, Science. Kristen Wolfgang, Science. Hannah Patel, Criminal Justice and Psychological and Social Sciences. Jessica Bornstein, Criminal Justice. Isis Cooper, Human Development and Family Studies. Kenneth Carroll Jr., Business. Brendan Kelleher, Business. William Romano, Biology. Jency Babu, Business. Michael Senek, Criminal Justice. Sydney Schwartz, Criminal Justice. Marcy Feldman, Elementary and Early Childhood Education. Brittany Antonelli, Elementary and Early Childhood Education. Kevin McCarthy Jr., Accounting. Francis Ferreira, Criminal Justice. Thomas Swang, Accounting. Kevin Cruz, Business. Kaysen McKenzie, Finance. Allison Vargas Smith, Criminal Justice. Stephanie Alston, Criminal Justice. Caitlin Altman, Criminal Justice. Edwin Morales, Business. Cecilia Bernecki, Business. Ian Strauss, Business. Alan Kramerov, Business. In continuing with our long-standing tradition, we invite Sue Hopper, Administrative Assistant in Academic Affairs, to present the diploma to her son, John Hopper, Business. Peter Wecklich, Accounting. Michael Kervick, Business. Samara Abdulachik, Criminal Justice. John Donahoe, Business. Kim Nguyen, Accounting. Alexandria French, Accounting. Andrew Schwartzman, Accounting. Faraz Abudaya, Business. Lane Comagis, Biology. Michael Jaco, Business. Thomas Nardelli, Finance. Eric Wynn, Business. Justin Large, Criminal Justice. David Mumladze, Business. Erkin Kapar, Criminal Justice. Sylvia Sippian, Human Development and Family Studies. Marissa Sayukas, Criminal Justice. Anastasia Gradinari, Criminal Justice. Tamal Ellison, Criminal Justice. James Picard, Accounting. Wang Keichin Yurei Zhang, Business. Mahak Malik, Accounting. Mahum Malik, Accounting. Yanjing Li, Accounting. Jarrett Holloway, Business. Allison Satera, Business. Olivia Hughes, Business. Claire Reeves, Business. Stephanie Watalik, Business. Hannah Kieran, Business. David Adler, Information Sciences and Technology. Jacob Roth, Information Sciences and Technology. Jonathan Seitz, Information Sciences and Technology. Andrea Costa, Business. Mykola Lyakuchovsky, Criminal Justice. Jithan Koshi, Information Science and Technology. Karina Patel, Information Sciences and Technology. Chan Morn, Information Sciences and Technology. Scott Buree, Information Sciences and Technology. Ricky Zhao, Information Sciences and Technology. Ravija Deshpande, Information Sciences and Technology. Grace Xu, Information Science and Technology. Michael Morell, Information Science and Technology. Nicholas Sestito, Information Sciences and Technology. Meet Chaviatia, Information Sciences and Technology. Jalak Patel, Information Sciences and Technology. Patrick Murphy, Information Sciences and Technology. Sebin Abraham, Information Sciences and Technology. Subin Saji, Information Sciences and Technology. Jessica Bonner, Psychology. Shamoni Rossick, Psychological and Social Sciences. Naomi Rybalov, Psychological and Social Sciences. Tojane Lewis, Psychological and Social Sciences. Alexis Wilderman, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Bridget Mead, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Caitlin Brazier, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Carolyn Colarachi, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Ashley Morris, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Taylor McGladson, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Catherine Marchuk, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Brianna Rodriguez, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Natalie Taylor, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Suzanne Garnett, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Juhyong Gong, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Lucero Fernandez, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Graylene Estrella, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Aaron Deeney, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Natalie DeFrancesco, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Cheyenne Estelaza, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Carly Shay Sanchez, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Carly Shaw Sanchez. Scott Palmer, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Mohammed Jeeban, Information Science and Technology. Matthew Bond, Information Science and Technology. Adrian Burnley, Information Sciences and Technology. Tyrell Powell, Information Sciences and Technology. Sonny Boconfuso, Biology. Allison Braun, Psychological and Social Sciences. Rachel Barnett, Psychological and Social Sciences.
Those whose names appeared in the program but were not called to the stage have elected to graduate in absentia. I now call upon Dr. August to introduce students who are graduating with academic honors.
The Pennsylvania State University regards outstanding scholarship as a meritorious achievement that deserves public recognition. Several of our graduates today are included in the honors group. There may be others who will be named to the group as a result of their final semester's work. If so, they will be so designated in the official Penn State Abington program. It is now my pleasure to introduce those present who are graduating with honors. Students who are graduating summa cum laude are wearing blue and white cords. Students who are graduating magna cum laude are wearing blue cords, and students who are graduating cum laude are wearing white cords. Please hold your applause until after I've read all names. Students, please rise as I call your names and remain standing. Summa cum laude, Jacob Roth, Matthew Shetler, Peter Weeklich, Kristen Wolfgang. Magna cum laude, Scott Bowie, Troy Hendrickson, Mahum Malik, Michael Morrill, Alicia Rhodes, Amy Tyson, Denise Watkins. Cum laude, Rachel Barnett, Allison Braun, Natalie DeFrancesco, Mahak Malik, Chan Morn, Corey Pelletier, Claire Reeves, Jonathan Seitz, Ryan Slattery, Stephanie Vitalik. All of you have our heartiest congratulations on your scholastic achievements. You may be seated. Thank you.
Among the outstanding graduates here today, I want to recognize Hannah Patel, who's graduating with concurrent degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychological and Social Science. Hannah, please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. Will Giovanni Bradley and Kristen Wolfgang please come to the stage for the Schreier Honors College medal presentation? Let me tell you a little about the significance of the medallion and their senior thesis. This medallion recognizes outstanding accomplishments and is a visible sign of commitment to learning and scholarly pursuits. It is inscribed scholarly achievement, integrity of purpose, and intellectual curiosity. Giovanni, who earned a degree in English today, created Down by the River, a two-act comedy that challenges socially constructed associations of masculinity in the United States. Science major Kristen Wolfgang examined qualities patients desire in the doctors who deliver their children and how these qualities affect patient satisfaction. And Kristen was just accepted to medical school. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Yes. Now, the Honorable Madeleine Dean, Congresswoman-elect for Pennsylvania's 4th District, will present the legislative citation. Will Claire Reeves please come to the stage?
You know, Chancellor Fernandez, I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity every year to present a legislative citation. And as I was coming here today, I thought there's something super special about a December graduation. We're marking the end of something and the beginning of something else in so many ways. And I share that with you. There's an expression I love that I think about at this time of the year, and it goes something like this. We've come by a way we did not know to the end of another year. That is certainly true in my life and in my family's life, but it's certainly true for all of you. And one of the things that I do know is one of the things that guided you was your hard work and your families and friends. So to the class of 2018, congratulations on your hard work and your family and friends' support and for all you're going to become. And Chancellor, like you, I worry about the state of affairs, but I look out on this National Portrait Gallery of graduates, and I feel such optimism for the future, for my work and your own, because together we're going to do things to make ourselves stronger, but mostly we're going to do it to lift others up. And with that spirit, I offer this last Pennsylvania House citation as I finish my work in the Pennsylvania House before I go on to Washington, and I am so honored to be able to honor Claire Reeves. And I understand there were so many nominations and so many excellent students. So Claire, if I might read just a little bit of this citation. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania is always pleased to acknowledge those individuals who, through their dedication and excellence, contribute to the well-being of their communities and ultimately to all people of this Commonwealth. Ms. Claire Reeves is being honored as the Legislative Citation Award recipient at these 2018 Penn State Abington Fall Commencement Ceremony. Ms. Claire Reeves is being recognized for her leadership and service as a Penn State student and dedicated member of her community. Claire supports her fellow students as a math tutor. She is committed to service off campus as well, fundraising with the American Cancer Society Gift of Life Foundation, as well as volunteering at the Cradles to Crayons, helping children in need. Claire's concern for the welfare of others is apparent in her work helping an elderly neighbor grocery shop, as well as her donations to local food pantries and shelters. Her volunteer work confirms her commitment to putting the needs of others before her own. In addition to her focus on others, Claire excels in her academic and extracurricular activities. She has earned many academic honors, including membership in the Civitas Victus Dicio Honor Society. Ms. Reeves is a member of the women's cross-country team and was named captain for her leadership and encouragement toward her teammates. Claire truly exemplifies the best qualities of the human experience, and her spirit of giving and dedication has greatly impacted the lives of others. And now, therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania pays tribute to you, Claire Reeves, upon your well-deserved recognition.
Thank you, Congresswoman, and congratulations, Claire. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dane Sunowski, President of the Penn State Abington Alumni Society Board, to welcome our new graduates into the society.
Thank you, Dr. Fernandez. Congratulations, graduates. You did it. The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes and welcomes you into a proud network of alumni. My name is Dane Zanowski, and as Dr. Fernandez said, I am the president of the Penn State Abington Alumni Society. Your alumni association is powered by pride. You join more than 173,000 alumni, and friends like you, they keep it going with their connection to the Alumni Association. On behalf of the Alumni Association, ready? I am honored to share our gift to you. 1 free year of membership, right? All right. I didn't pay for that by myself, don't worry about that. Your membership keeps you in touch with Penn State and connects you to more than 300 geographically dispersed alumni interest groups, campus and college societies, and chapters. So no matter where you live or what you have studied, there's a group out there for you. We welcome you after graduation to keep in touch with the local chapter. The Penn State family is always happy to hear from you. And in the coming years, when you come visit Penn State, we hope you come back to Abington, or if you're at University Park, stop by the Hintz Family Alumni Center. And with that, graduates, please stand up. And joining us, if there are any current Penn State alumni in the room, please stand up as well. It gives me great pleasure, graduates, to officially induct you into the Alumni Association of the Penn State University. We are. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dane. Let us congratulate our graduates again. And now, I am pleased to invite you to join me in the Lair Student Union building for a reception immediately following the ceremony. You're welcome to walk, but shuttles are outside to transport you. Please do not drive. The Abington College Summer-Fall Commencement concludes with a Penn State alma mater, performed by the Penn State Abington Choirs, accompanied by the Miravi Quartet. The lyrics are inside your program. Front cover, please rise, join in the singing with feeling, and remain standing until the processional has left the auditorium. Thank you, and enjoy the holidays.
that's good, right? We're done. I mean, all the graduates have left. Great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Thank you. Great.